at Nadia Comaneci as she returned to the top in Copenhagen, Denmark. With these scintillating performances, she captured the all-around title of the 1979 European Women's Gymnastics Championships last weekend. Nadia, the name that rolled off lips the world over after the '76 Olympic Games. An international symbol of perfection. Since then, however, she's been a shell of her former self. After all, where does one go from the top of the mountain? Now, though, we're seeing a revitalization, a resurgence towards supremacy. Today, she'll be competing for individual honors in 4 events. We'll follow Nadia and others like Elena Mukhina and Natalia Shaposhnikova of the Soviet Union at the European Women's Individual Gymnastics Championships from Copenhagen today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Gymnastics Championships, which you're about to see, were originally scheduled to air last week. But because of bad weather at the Indianapolis time trials, the gymnastics was pushed back until today. That means we won't be able to bring you the World Professional Target Diving Championships as advertised. But you'll see that program on a future date. One other feature today, European Gymnastics Championships, reporting Al Michaels.
The scene is the Brøndby Sports Hall in Copenhagen, Denmark. And a big crowd has filed in, anticipating another very exciting day of competition as the European Women's Gymnastics Championships continue. Hello again, everybody. I'm Al Michaels. And, of course, the big name in gymnastics now and forever, I suppose, Nadia Comaneci. And everybody knows her story. What she's done here has been amazing. She has captured the all-around title already, and now we're going to find out about the individual competition. The story, as I say, well known, the 3 gold medals, the 7 perfect scores in Montreal, a fairy tale, a life story that seemingly was written by Hans Christian Andersen. Then all of a sudden it seemed almost as if Edgar Allan Poe had picked up the pen to finish the Nadia narrative. There were reports emanating from Romania that she was in a deep depression. She had gained a lot of weight. Her performances were desultory, and it looked like Nadia was maybe finished, at least on the way down. But it's been anything but that here, because her performance has electrified everybody. With me, a former champion in her own right, Kathy Rigby Mason. And with Nadia already having won the all-around competition, were you surprised by that, or did you think she had a chance to pull off this sort of a comeback?
I honestly didn't think she would come back at all, but then I underestimated her drive and determination. She attributes a lot of that to her coach, Bella Caroli, and also her sharp will to come to the top. If she can win all 4 events today, it's really going to be a lift for her, because some of the best in the world are here. East Germany, Czechoslovakia, Russia have sent their very best.
There's Nadia now getting ready for her performance on the uneven bars, the second of the 4 events. And the first event has already taken place just minutes ago, the competition in the vault. Each competitor with 2 vaults. Here's the way Kathy and I saw the first one. Now the last competitor in the vault, Nadia Comaneci of Romania, the leader in the all-around competition in the vault event with a 9.9.
Handspring front with a full twist. Beautiful landing once again. The loss of weight really shows here. She has the timing back, and she has that strength that's so important here.
Point out right now that the scores carry over in each of the events from the all-around competition. So Nadia was the leader, and here again we look in slow motion at a near-perfect vault, Kathy.
Well, her angle going into the horse was low enough so that she could get a maximum push off the horse. You can see her body right over the horse as her hands leave the apparatus. Just the right timing for a great landing.
The scores from the 2 vaults added together, she received a 9.95 on that one. Now here is Nadia as she got ready for her second and final vault.
Al, she didn't do quite as well on this. It was a handspring front, but she was a little late opening up. It meant she held the tuck a bit too long and had to step right at the end there.
Just a little break at the end, but I think at this point she knew she had it wrapped up in this event. As Nadia walked away, the crowd saluted her. Her score was a 9.80, and she picked up the gold medal in the vault. So she won the gold in the all-around, the gold in the vault, her second of the competition. In this event, Maxi Ganauk of East Germany finished second. Natalia Shaposhnikova of Russia was third.
Comaneci, Romanian.
On the uneven bars now, Nadia Comaneci, who's already won the gold medal in the overall and in the vault, now seeking her third. She leads in this event.
And she goes through this bar routine with the same ease as she did in ski in Norway when she was in her first European Championships. Watch this move, a brand new move for Nadia. Free hip, immediately front flip grab. Whoa! You can see that she was too close to the bar, hit that ankle, and very critical move. A dangerous move, as are a lot of the moves in gymnastics now. Timing is so important.
That's
Free hip.
Her first big mistake of the meet. She had a 9.9 in the overall round in the asymmetrical bars.
That was another new move that she just did, a heck with a half twist. You can see that she's working very easily, but that big fall is a 5/10 deduction.
So at best, she'll get a 9.5. Nadia is showing a remarkable degree of poise, nonetheless, after the fall, getting right back up, continuing on, and it looked to be outside of the one break, a near-perfect routine. We'll see it again in slow motion now, Kathy.
Well, going from her mount, Nadia started her front flip right after this flange, and it looked she was directly over the bar, and if she could have waited a split second longer, she wouldn't have hit her foot, and she would have been able to grab that bar.
Crashed hard to the mat, but got up the way only a gymnast knows how. I think we get a better angle here.
Well, her hips should have been slightly behind the bar. Her leg hit so hard, it bounced her body backward, and her hands were completely out of reach at this point.
So Nadia Comaneci winds up with a 9.45 from the judges. That tells you, were it not for the fall to the mat, her score would have been a near-perfect 9.95. However, Nadia's chances for a third gold medal are almost nil at this point after the one break in the uneven bars here. Up next on the uneven bars, Elena Mukhina, and of course with the fall by Nadia in this event, now Elena would be in the driver's seat because she was second coming in, scored a 9.85 in the first round in the uneven bars.
She had a great exercise in the all-around competition. She does a couple of original moves, and that's what the judges are looking for, especially in this competition, the finals.
Elena Mukhina, 19-year-old Russian, the world champion overall in Strasbourg in December.
Starts out with a front semi-mount. Now here's one of those moves. You saw Olga Korbut do it first in Munich. This is a full twisting Korbut. Beautiful. Look at the swing that she gets from that. Full twisting stomach whip. And then she goes into a move that is a handstand. Heck back. Beautiful exercise.
I would think she'd be impossible to beat in this event after that.
Here's that full twisting Korbut, and she gets a great deal of speed. It's very easy to miss your hands on that if the timing is not just right.
There she is, the all-around world champion, Elena Mukhina of the Soviet Union, responding to the continued ovation from the crowd here in Copenhagen. The score for Elena Mukhina, 9.85, and a lot of folks in the crowd are disappointed at that. Emilia Eberle of Romania, who was fourth after the first round in the uneven bars. Her score was a 9.75 in the overall round.
She has a very spectacular move in the middle of her exercise. Right after this, watch. Free hip handstand. Another stalter. Another free hip. Watch this right here. Vault over the high bar. Takes an incredible amount of arm strength to get all the way over that top bar like that. Beautiful body position. Technique is very good. There's a little variation. Judges are looking for that originality, and she certainly has it. Getting ready for a dismount. And a Comaneci with a half twist. Beautiful.
I love that routine, Kathy, by Emilia Eberle, especially that variation, the originality that she exhibited in the middle of it. Here it is.
Well, it is really interesting. She does the handstand right there, goes right up to a handstand, straddles, misses that high bar, right into a glide kick. Great form, good technique. Something the judges are looking for. Goes right into that dismount that Nadia made so famous. It's called a Comaneci. It's front pike. So she goes right up to a handstand, into a pike position, holds on to that bar, leads off with her feet, good half twist in the middle of it, and a perfect landing.
And the score, 9.9. Moving her into second place, back of Mukhina, with Comaneci now third.
Sees wide plans for wide world for the European women's gymnastics.
Last competitor on the uneven bars is East Germany's Maxi Ganauk. She had a 9.80 in the overall round, so she would need a near-perfect 9.95 to win this event, which is led currently by Mukhina of the Soviet Union.
Al, she could do it on this event. She may look thin and frail almost, but this is her most spectacular event. She's strong as an ox, and you'll see this on her mount. One half twist, free hip handstand. Watch this, a giant swing right into a whip all the way to a handstand. Beautiful. Another stalter. Stomach quick vault over the bar. Moving really well now.
Remember, she needs a 9.95. She looks like she might be on her way so far.
Straight body, good technique. Here's another free hip right into her dismount. Front flip with a half twist. Not bad. Excellent routine.
What you said at the outset, Kathy, is so pertinent. She's so frail looking, yet obviously so strong, as we see in slow motion.
Here she goes up to a handstand. Beautiful position, right on top. You can see the body is in complete straight line. Half twist. Really uses that bar.
And for Maxi Ganauk, a 9.80, so she will wind up third. Elena Mukhina of the Soviet Union wins the event. The gold medal in the uneven bars with a score of 19.70. Amelia Eberle of Romania winds up second. Ganauk was third. And for Nadia Comaneci, a fourth-place finish after winning gold medals in the vault and in the all-around. So the fall from the uneven bars was the difference for Nadia, who proceeds on to the next event. Still a chance for her to win 2 more gold medals with the beam and the floor exercise. Yet to come from the Brøndby Sports Hall in Copenhagen. Back at the Brøndby Sports Hall in Copenhagen, Al Michaels reporting with Kathy Rigby Mason as we look at Natalia Shaposhnikova ready for her exercise on the beam as the European Women's Individual Gymnastics Championships continue. In the overall round in this event, Shaposhnikova scored a 9.95. The scores carrying over from the overall round. She's the leader in the event, with Nadia Comaneci second. She scored 9.90 in the overall round. There's the mount and an intriguing move here, Kathy.
A planche. Look at the control. Incredible strength. Rolls over on the beam. Very easy to get off balance on that move. It's important she rolls right in the lower part of her back.
She leads in this event over Nadia Comaneci by 5/100ths of a point. Look at that.
And another one-handed handstand. Not only does she do that, but she leans with it. Incredible control, great flexibility, and she really knows how to control that flexibility.
And as you say, a very unique routine, and I'm sure the judges must be impressed by originality.
Oh, they certainly are, especially in a final competition. She's under great control right now. She used to have a lot of problems. Flip-flop layout. She didn't have the control that she now has, mainly because the balance beam routine that she did was brand new. Now she's been doing it for a while, and like I said, has tremendous control. Aerial walkover. Just a slight break there, not anything the judges would take too much off for. Seems very confident. Getting ready for a big move, big dismount. She does a round off, lands with both feet on the beam to a double back. Excellent. She may get that 9.90 again.
Natalia Shaposhnikova, that slight break at the end, but otherwise just a marvelous performance, and I love that smile. What an ovation. Shaposhnikova being congratulated right now by Lyudmila Stariseva, the former Russian gymnast, and now one of the team coaches as she comes back up on the platform again. Natalia Shaposhnikova scoring a 9.95. The first time she mounted the beam in the overall round, and her score may equal or even surpass that here, but it just falls a little shy, as you can see, 9.90. Nonetheless, a super routine for Shaposhnikova, Kathy.
This is really an incredible mount. Her head and shoulders counterbalance her hips and legs. Right here. She leans forward over the front of the beam. Of course, this takes overall body strength. They're showing flexibility. Now, on this roll on her back, it's important that she rolls on the small part of her back to keep the balance. It's great form. Now, watch this one-arm handstand once again. Great balance. She not only leans, but she counterbalances with her hand and her legs. Just beautiful.
And with this routine, she really puts the pressure on Comaneci. Nadia would need a 10 to win the event. We'll see her next. Next up on the beam, Nadia Comaneci. She needs a 10 to win it, to beat Shaposhnikova. Remember, she's already won 2 gold medals in the all-around and the vault, but she had that fall off the bars, Kathy.
Well, she had a lot of pressure yesterday, so her concentration really had to be there. Today, she fell off the bars, and she has to concentrate once again. She really has to get it together, and I think she's right on. Whoops. Now, just eat my words. Just off slightly. That's a very difficult move, and the judges will take that into consideration. A couple of tenths off.
And that would probably mean that Shaposhnikova would win it, because Nadia needs a 10 in this event.
Exactly. One thing about Nadia, she doesn't hesitate. She doesn't hold back, even when she's under pressure. Beautiful aerial walkover right into an aerial cartwheel. Split leap. It's important that those legs are completely split in the air. Back walkover. Right into 2 back handsprings.
Oh, my.
Big break. There's a 2/10 deduction at least. She is a bit nervous. Here's her dismount. Cartwheel to a double twist. Not quite the confidence she needs.
So a day that began so spectacularly for Nadia with a gold medal in the vault has suddenly turned somewhat sour. She fell off the uneven bars, and now problems with her beam routine. 2 breaks here. We'll see both in slow motion, Kathy.
Well, on tumbling moves, if your balance isn't on in the first part of the combination, chances are the second part will be off balance as well. She leaned slightly to the right there on the first back walkover. Now, just the opposite thing happened here. She started out pretty straight. Right there. Started in for her first back handspring and probably leaned slightly to the left, which caused her to be way off balance on the second back handspring. You can see right there. She did very well, though. She stayed on that beam, which is a lot less points taken off than the 5/10 if she were to fall.
You're right. She displayed amazing balance, just staying aboard that time. Her score, however, only a 9.35 for Nadia, as she is consoled there by the wife of the Romanian coach, Bella Caroli. So Nadia Comaneci, with gold medals in the overall and in the vault, with problems in the last 2 events. However, we'll find out about her teammate now as you look at Amelia Eberle from Romania.
She makes a quarter turn. She walks out right into an immediate back flip. Very nice. Right on. Shoulders square to the beam. She has a couple of very big moves in her routine. Back handspring to a back layout coming up. After this, full turn on her hands. All the way around. It's important that her shoulders get square now so that her back handspring straight right into that back layout. Whoops, she didn't throw it. I think she's playing a little bit safe.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing her position, knowing very well that she can come in second if she's controlled.
She can't win it, but she can finish second with a 9.5.
Let's see if she puts... Right there it is. Back handspring right into a beautiful back layout. It's really incredible, the flips and the aerials that they're now doing on the beam. There's a chin stand showing balance. Back roll extension. She's as solid as a rock, Al. She's not having any problems.
Excellent to this point.
Okay, this is her dismount. Round off, both feet land on the beam, double back. She didn't do the double back. She is playing it safe, but a beautiful exercise.
Knew what she needed to finish second. And so laid back a bit, but it will pay off in a silver medal. Amelia Eberle of Romania with a 9.80, played it cautiously, and she winds up second to Natalia Shaposhnikova of the Soviet Union, the winner, 19.85. Eberle second. Nadia Comaneci winds up third. One event yet to come, the floor exercise. Final event is the floor exercise, and to start it off, Elena Mukhina of the Soviet Union, second coming in. Her score in the overall round, 9.65.
A full twisting double back. Little short on that. Shoulders down, but the judges will take into consideration the difficulty involved. Very elegant dancer. Very lyrical. And that audience participation always helps. Flip-flop layout with a half twist, running front walkover. They cannot step out of those bounds, the lines on the floor. They do, it's a deduction. She almost did.
She was right on the line.
Change of pace that is required. The Russian gymnasts take about an hour of ballet every single day.
And the crowd again.
With the tumbling runs that they're doing, the risk and difficulty and the endurance involved, those kind of rolls on the floor and these little stops and poses on the ground help them for this last, especially for the last tumbling run, where endurance is so important. Double back, circus tuck. Whoops, little falter there.
Elena Mukhina, who won the overall world championship at Strasbourg, France in December. She has won a gold medal here today in the uneven bars. Her performance in the floor exercise, she scored a 9.65 in the overall round in the floor X, and her score today is 9.55 for Elena Mukhina. Now, her Russian teammate, Natalia Shaposhnikova, whose score in the overall round was 9.55.
And she'll do a triple twist. Few in the world do that. And she will be deducted just slightly for stepping out there. This is a whip over, flip-flop to a double twist. There it is. Very nice. Clean form. She almost hyperextends those leaps. And here's her change of pace. It's such a motivating thing when you're out there performing and having that crowd behind you like that. And to show you the tremendous endurance she has, she's going to do a double pike from the flip-flop. Here she goes, getting ready. You can see that the pain in the face present. Double pike. Really held onto that pike position. I don't know what that ending's supposed to mean.
She may have turned thumbs down, but the crowd has thumbs up for Natalia Shaposhnikova of the Soviet Union. Excellent performance in the floor exercise for Natalia. She comes back up on the platform, and her score from the judges is a 9.65. So overall, she has a 19.20 that ties her with her teammate Mukhina. Now, Nadia Comaneci to wrap up the floor exercise. Nadia, the leader in this event, seeking her third gold medal in the competition.
She's become much more lyrical in dance.
She's through the most difficult portion of her routine. It would seem to be a lot to win the gold now. 9.5 is what she needs.
She has another very difficult tumbling run. It's a 1.5 twist right into a round-off and a double twist after that. Here she goes. Round-off flip-flop, double 1.5 to a double twist. Another good landing.
Very solid.
Now she'll have a change of pace here, a little jazz. Have a little fun there.
Nadia, the last major competitor in the European Women's Gymnastics Championships, closing it with a flare.
Okay, here she has one more double twist, and no problem at all. She has this wrapped up. Terrific routine.
So Nadia Comaneci, she needs only a 9.5 to win her second gold medal in the individual competition, to go with the one she won in the all-around. And little doubt that Nadia is back indeed. Just a matter of moments right now, I'm sure, before the score comes up that will cement a third gold medal for Nadia Comaneci of Romania. 9.85. Her total for that routine. She wins the event. Shaposhnikova and Mukhina tie for second in the 4X. So that's the story from Copenhagen, Denmark. Al Michaels saying so long for Kathy Ridgely Mason.